All right, so today we're going to be talking about your cut paper assignment. We'll be working with organic shapes and then also rectilinear shapes as well. We're going to talk about how to draw and trace and cut those out of your paper. Right now I'm going to be going over your materials that you'll be using. You'll need a couple sheets of your black construction paper. You also, if you happen to have some tracing paper, that makes a little bit easier to do some things. If you don't have tracing paper, that's not the end of the world. You can use some copy paper. That works just as well. And then we're going to be using our Bristol paper. Your Bristol paper, you are not going to need to cut down from the size that's in your Bristol paper pads in 9x12. We're going to do our composition just to this size, so we won't be trimming that paper. The other thing that you'll need is a good pencil. I would suggest a softer pencil, not a harder pencil. You'll also need your X-Acto blade, and make sure that you've got a good set of nice new blades for this assignment. We're only going to be using your number 11 blade, but do make sure that you have multiple ones of that, because as you'll see, the sharper your blade, the better the cut. You also need a good pair of scissors that will work nicely in cutting through paper. And then you'll also need your rubber cement and also your glue stick. And we'll talk a little bit later on about kind of gluing down and how you're going to be thinking about your composition. So the first thing that I want to talk about is how to create and cut organic shapes. I think that's a little bit more tricky than your rectilinear shapes. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you how to trace an image, and then I'm going to show you how to trace it onto a black piece of paper, and then we'll be working with it in terms of our composition. Your assignment requires that you have a positive and a negative area on your composition. So we're going to play with this today. I'm going to cut this out in some different shapes. We're going to play with the idea of what's positive, what's negative, and how to make an interesting composition.